Well, hello. Fun times. So we'll see if we can roust up the people because, of course, I was late today. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't come if they don't get the tag. So we're going to try and get everybody in here. We're going to try and send some notifications. We're going to try and remind people that Christmas is happening. But PZ is rocking in the chat. You know, it's funny. I thought I had turned off the additional music, but it sure didn't. It added a Jingle Bells Christmas song right there. So I am hoping that nobody else was watching or listening just because I promised I wouldn't subject you guys to too much Christmas music. And that is the plan. That's the plan. I'm here. I raced home from work. Yes, indeed. I was 5 minutes late. We started a little bit late. And I know for a lot of people, that becomes a problem because they maybe didn't get a notification or didn't know what's going on. But we are going to maybe do a little bit of a twit-twat. At the very least, what we will do is we will get all of the streams updated. We'll do a live post. We'll push out to the blockchain. And then, you know what? If it's just a chill party, couple days before Christmas, then that's fine too. The playlist I put together tonight is all based on, I guess, the ridiculous idea that there is a very famous Christmas poem called The Night Before Christmas. And I was talking about this the last week when we had our last show, which was a lot of fun. It was really good. And I was saying, I don't love Christmas music. So this time of year could be a little tricky for me because I'm not a big Christmas music fan. And with that being said, you know, doing a Christmas special show and then not actually having any Christmas music on it, that can become tricky, right? Can become a little tricky. So here's the deal. The way that I have handled this is I am going to, wow, look at that. Cly showed up. Ron showed up. Ron, if you don't mind pushing us live, I was a little bit late. I tried to make it home on time from work, but I did not. The snow remains. But yeah, so for a Christmas special with no Christmas music, how do you handle that? I am live. Thank you, sir. You knew what was up. So with that, how did I handle it? And the reality is... You were listening to Ghost and you thought about me. Oh, perfect. Were you like, what song were you listening to? Was it Mummy Dust? Mummy Dust? Or maybe like Ghost Image, one of my favorite tracks, you know. Don't just listen, whatever you were listening to. Oh, Year Zero. Oh, good choice. Heck yeah. Also a little bit spooky. I'll take it. So the way that we're going to handle it tonight is I thought, how do I do a Christmas special after like 4 years, 5 years of doing Christmas shows? A song about demons and you thought about me. Delightful. I actually thought I was going to do my face and like get all cute for Christmas and it didn't happen. I even have like my red lipstick here and whatever. And then here we are. We're starting the show. Tough titties for all of us. But so here's the deal. The secret sauce is, yes, I will read the poem The Night Before Christmas, but I have put together an entire playlist that very roughly correlates to each verse in the poem, and none of them are Christmas songs. So I thought I would only play just a couple good Christmas songs. Crim better show us her butthole for Christmas, else Christmas is ruined. I'm sorry, friend. I guess Christmas is going to suck this year. It's a lot of pressure to put on me. You know, just that's it. Everybody destroys, you know, Christmas. Can you transform it into ASMR? Yes, you can if you want. So one of the things that was suggested as we were bouncing this idea around was that somebody would like clip it maybe and like just chop up all the parts of the poem and smash it together. I mean, I don't really care. Let's be honest. The Grinch is now the Crimch. Yep, that's it. I'm the Crimch. So over the course of this night, you know, I'll put some stupid Christmassy stuff on the overlay. I do love the holidays. I love hanging out with you guys. I love this time of year. It's just after like 3 Christmas carols, I'm fucking done. I'm so done. So, you know, as much as I wanted to play Goblin Christmas Armageddon Part 1, or I Saw Mother Kissing Krampus, we're going to we're gonna kind of sit on this for a second. I mean, trust me, there's a lot of, you have no idea how many songs about Krampus there are. I did briefly think, because, one year we did Krim's Christmas Krampus Hoedown, and that was really what it was. It was just an excuse for me to pick a bunch of songs about somebody wrapping you up in their tongue and then beating you with a stick, which for a lot of you, I'm sure would be a lot of fun. But the Krampus is supposed to be terrifying. There are a lot of songs about the Krampus. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to put a couple tracks at the start of the show about Christmas and a couple tracks at the end so that we can end on a great note. Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew immediately one of the DJs would be like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. Fuck yeah. Wrap me up in your tongue and beat me, lady. And that's just how she rolls. So we will make the attempt to try and roast some more people out because the playlist is good. And as I said, I basically took every verse of The Night Before Christmas and I translated it very tenuously into a song by some of my favorite bands. It is completely self-serving. They're songs that I want to hear and that I very, very, very partially shoehorned into fitting with this poem. You know why? Because it's my fucking show, bastards. There we go. So, Ron says, it's -10 here with 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Take your fucking Canada back where it belongs. Yeah. So, I live in Vancouver. My part of Canada is usually pretty warm. However, part of the reason that I'm late today is we are experiencing inclement weather, if you want to put it that way. We've got 2 feet of snow. The wind is blowing. It's -12-ish, but it feels like -25. And tomorrow, it's supposed to dump a shitload more snow and icy rain, sleet. There may be some places that warm up enough to melt, in which case we will have localized flooding and Arctic outflow with murder wind. No problem. No problem. It's fine. Not like everybody in the world is panicking over presents and getting places and doing things. They're definitely going to be safe on the roads, and they're obviously going to be totally fine with going out in weather like that. Yeah, okay. So, I see Jack's joined us. Man, he's in the coldest of cold. So, all of you guys are miserable, is basically where we're at. It's cold, except Eileen. Eileen's like, yeah, send me some. I'm melting. Well, happy summer solstice to some of you. Happy winter solstice to the rest of us. And, yeah, there you go. You're looking forward for running water and car. You're frozen solid. So, you're kind of where I am, except up higher, up northier, up coldier. And I know this is happening in a lot of places. So, happy cold winter, maybe happy white Christmas. So, Christmas show in a non-Christmas way, mostly. Like I said, I do have a couple of Christmas songs on the playlist. Go fuck yourselves. It's my show. But I'm really happy with it, and a lot of the tracks that are on it, like I said, they're just stuff that I want to play for you, and in a lot of cases, it's a good mix between new and old. It's a good mix between melodeath and sort of more classic takes on the genre, and we'll kind of roll with it. So hopefully you guys have a lot of fun. I put this together and I found myself absolutely bopping. So I am hoping that you will find it as much fun as me. And so yeah, we'll, I guess, decorate the overlay and kind of prep, because I think, let's take a look at the calendar. Next week, Full Force Radio falls on, yes, the 29th. So we're the night before, the night before, the night before. The night before, the night before, the night before. Yeah? 20... That's what I made the title of tonight's show. And we should fucking celebrate. Tonight is the 200th episode of Full Force Radio. Episode 200, the night before, the night before, the night before. Because, yeah, Saturday is the night before Christmas because it's Christmas Eve. So that would make Friday the night before, the night before. And today is Thursday, so it's the night before, the night before, the night before. The night before, the night before, the night before Christmas. That's where we're at. 200 episodes. And that's amazing because I have not obviously been able to do perfect weekly attendance. I wish I could. If I could, I would be crypto rich. I'd be looking real cute all the time. And I would do nothing but stream heavy metal and teach people about technology. Fuck. Santa, get it together. What's going on? So the idea is, and apparently it's Festivus. So the idea, yes, Xmas. Well, you get Xmas on Xmas in your stocking. Just stuff it right in there. So, you know, if you're good, you get Xmas. If you're bad, I'm the Crimch. You're gonna have to find out. You know in your heart which one you are already. You already know. I don't actually have to choose whether you've been naughty or nice. You guys all know. You know what's up. You know what you've been doing. Yuck, by the way. All right, so yeah, feel free to clip it. We are live on all the regular places. mspwaves.com, of course, the home of the radio station that has put up with me for like 200 episodes. It's disgusting, really. I mean, they should probably have standards. But, you know, you're here and you don't have standards and I love you. So we're also live on Twitch TV. We're live on Theta. We're live on Trovo. And this will, of course, go up and be a replay over on the YouTube. So I'm going to do a Vim TV post. And yeah, you know, for Christmas, all I want is for you guys to come hang out, watch some shows, have some fun, listen to some replays, and get in the holiday spirit. Whether you're a Christmas person or not. I'm not going to tell you to not say Merry Christmas. Merry fucking Christmas. Boo Christmas if it's a bad time for you. This is your time. This is our time. And tonight, yeah, I'm going to read you a fucking poem. I'm going to play a bunch of Christmas carols to go along with it. So since we do all absolutely love the Krampus, we are going to start with the Krampus. And it is one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's so stupid. I've played it a trillion times. I literally don't care. I love the Krampus. So I'm going to play a track by 𝖊𝖑𝖋𝖔𝖆𝖆 called Naughty Christmas. It's literally just a song about getting fucking beaten up by the Krampus. Why? Because I can. And so most of you guys probably know at this point all of the words to this song, because I think it's probably the song that I've played every Christmas show, which is at least 4 or 5 Christmas shows. We did a gent Christmas one time. I know we did like a truly Christmas. Every song was actually a Christmas one. We did one that was like narrated by a guy pretending to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, listen, I've had to stretch over the years. It turns out Christmas comes every year and you can't just reuse the same fucking thing over and over and over again. So I'm plumbing the depths of my brain for a way to make this more fun, new, and exciting, and to make this an episode that when you come back and listen to it, you're like, yeah, it's fucking neat. It's my job. The overlay is definitely still janky. Some code is broken. Discord changed some things. But if you don't mind my busted face and you're just here for the dulcet tones in your ears, then you should have a good time. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with 𝖊𝖑𝖋𝖆𝖆. It's a track called Naughty Christmas. And yeah, the words are literally like, na-na-na-na-na-na-na naughty Christmas. Everybody here getting beat by the Krampus. I'm pretty sure that's what she says. It's like, I don't know. And then the guy with unclean singing is like, the Krampus. I don't know. It's as Christmassy as it comes, frankly. I mean, if this isn't enough Christmas for you, then you need to reevaluate your priorities, okay? Listen. It's Fullforce Radio. Maybe we'll get there. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's try this one more time. Let's turn the volume back up because I turned the volume down at the start of the show. And you know, as the best radio DJ you know, you should be expecting this because I'm testing you. It's a interactive portion of the evening's entertainment, right? None of you caught it. You're all terrible. Krampus is going to get you.
Something I want to show you. Everybody wants to do the Christmas! Krampus comes! Watch out! The animal!
Coming to get our children.
Faster! You gotta hide!
Can't run away from the darkness.
Watch out! The animal!
Coming to get our children.
Faster! You gotta hide!
Can't run away from the darkness.
Everybody wants to be good at Christmas!
Nobody wants to be dragged by the Krampus.
Everybody gotta be good at Christmas!
Naughty Christmas.
Everybody wants to be good at Christmas!
Nobody wants to be dragged by the Krampus.
Everybody gotta be good at Christmas!
Naughty Christmas. Naughty Christmas.
Is that terrifying enough? There's a part in the middle of that song where it just stops for a second and the guy's like, Krampus comes! And it just brings me joy. And that's what Christmas is all about. So I don't know if you guys are watching live over on one of the video streams. By the way, I'm going to push that. Hang on, let's push the Vim TV post live. There we go. If you guys were watching live over on one of the video streams, I actually had all the lyrics up on the screen, which I think is really important. Because if you're going to, hey, look at your names. 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖘𝖔𝖉𝖊. Hey. Sup? We're doing Merry Christmas tonight. But yes, I love this. Like, honestly, the words are amazing. Everybody wants to be good at Christmas because nobody wants to be dragged by the Krampus. Satyr with chains, rowdy children, be afraid. One at a time, I'll take you all away. This is terrifying. I love it. It's fantastic. Honestly, the whole idea behind Santa is pretty scary if you actually really kind of stop and think about it. He's like, now listen, if you're not watching live, if you're just listening, you're just embracing getting some Christmas-y attitude in your ears, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. Look at all the things that come up when you start looking for me. They're all very related to Crimson Clad. You got Christmas song. I love seeing people's typos. What the fuck were you even thinking? What's a Christmas song? Christmas. What is wrong with you? Crime alert, critical drinker, cringe TikTok, crip walk, criminal. Yeah, these are all, honestly, they basically all are like the categories that I belong in, obviously. Christmas. So, with that being said, shall we start the actual Christmas part of the program tonight? If you want to, we can do that. So let's knock those lyrics back down and let's see if we can't. There we go. Let's see if we can't get prepared. So the idea is I am going to read you guys a Christmas classic, an absolute classic. Now, I will say, I don't actually know shit about this poem. I don't know who wrote it. Okay, here I've got teacher vision up because you guys know I'm a very educational, proper person. It was Clement Clark Moore, apparently. But I don't know anything about him. I don't particularly care where the poem came from. But, there you go. There's your history. I'm going to read it to you. It's going to be amazing. And frankly, like I said, none of the songs that are on the list that correlate to this poem as I break it into chunks, none of them are Christmas tracks because honestly, I don't want to listen to Christmas music. This is a heavy metal show. I'm a heavy metal kind of girl. So Crimsmas will just be bringing you my favorite bands and very loose interpretations. And we'll just kind of roll with that. And you guys, in the meantime, you can hang out. I know a lot of people come to Fullforce Radio. It's just background noise for you. But if you're here and you're hanging out, you want to share with me what's going on in your life, what you're going to be doing over the next couple weeks for the holidays, anything like that, I would love to hear it. I would love to know. Because, of course, last week we had the new names for subscriber levels. So I believe on this night, we do have some Clad Chads. We have some, I'm pretty sure there are some, hey, Kingsky, haven't seen you in a while. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Glad to see you. Thanks for popping in. We have also got the Branch Chromidians, which to me might be one of the best fucking names I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. So if you want to contribute to making the show better, well, you might be a 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖛, you might be a branch Chermidian. Neither is required, but if you want a cool title, yeah. And in the new year, I've been getting some absolute motherfucking flack about how I'm not providing enough. So some things that I've been working on this week are getting the Discord back into shape. I'm whipping up some stuff with the bots. I'm getting some sort of tied in roles, and there's a bunch of stuff that I'm working on because I've always been saying I'm going to do it, and I have been working on it, but people are really like, no, seriously, get it done. So I caved to peer pressure, folks, and that's where we're at. You're definitely a branch Chermidian. Clyde, that is perfect. That is absolutely maybe the image that I will... Thank you, Jack. That is maybe the image that I will go tweet, because that's exactly how I feel. Clyde's here. Oh, he wants to see my butthole. Okay. And that's... You know what? All is right with the world. So, the night before, and I will try to read this in a way that I will not pass judgment on how fucking creepy St. Nicholas is. This guy comes, he smashes around on your roof, he terrorizes you, he enters through, a portion of your house that is specifically made to not be an entry point, but is a weak point in your defenses. He sneaks in silently, he eats a bunch of your food as a power flex, and then he basically decides whether or not, like gladiator style, you live or die. And if you do meet his arbitrary set of judgment calls on you, then maybe he gives you some nice things just to win you over. Very like Stockholm syndrome, you're in terror of him coming every year, and you're waiting, shaking, worried that he's coming. But if he leaves you a nice enough present, then it turns out you'll like him and you'll shape your behavior to please him in years to come. Honestly, the whole thing is it's a little rough. But Christmas is lovely. And you're lovely. All right. Good. Don't be scared of Santa, folks. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. So, where are we going to start? We are going to start in the house, obviously. The first thing that happens when you're waiting for good old Santa to bring his sack down your narrow entry point. Excuse me. Yes, nobody is stirring. Everyone is in the house getting ready to sleep. And on that note, I'm going to play a track by Amorphous, one of my favorite bands. You guys know I like any excuse to put metalhead into your ears. Amorphous is a fantastic band. They have a huge discography starting... What the fuck even is this show? Yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You've gazed long into the abyss of my mind, and it is now gazing back at you, and all of you are surprised. And you know what? After 5 years and 17 jillion Christmas shows, nobody should be surprised anymore. No, I'm not doing the poem all at once. One verse, one song. 14 verses, 14 songs. Sorry about it. So I'm going to play you something off an album called Eclipse. Amorphous is fantastic. This album came out in 2006, but they started making music, obviously, in the late 90s, probably even earlier. I'm sure they probably formed earlier than that, and I should know, and I don't. But the long and the short of it is they've easily got 20 years of discography. I'm pretty sure Tales from the Thousand Lakes came out in 1994. And I love these guys, and they always come in at the top of my list every year, especially when I get my Spotify Wrapped. These are one of my favorite metalhead bands. They balance clean singing, growling. They write these epic, beautiful metalhead songs. And the track to start us off, with all the house quietly anticipating Santa's arrival, is a track called House of Sleep. girl has joined us. Hello, babies. I am reciting the night before the night before the night before Christmas for you. And in fact, it is the night before the night before the night before Christmas. And my gift to you is I am reinterpreting the poem. However, I am reinterpreting it through a bunch of songs that I love that are only tenuously related to the poem itself. However, over the course of the night, I will read the entire poem to you. And so if that's what you like, you will get some Christmas celebration. But you will also get a bunch of tracks like that, which is a sick one. Honestly. And yeah, I had to keep myself muted. Dylan, Merry Christmas. I hope you are not freezing your ever-living tits off. Another one of the BC buds are here. It's very cold. But yes, I love this song, and I'm not going to lie, a lot of the tracks on tonight's playlist I adore, which means I'm singing at the top of my lungs, which means I am muting because we're not doing karaoke tonight. Nobody wanted that for Christmas, honestly. You don't know. You don't know what it is. Oh, did the bot die? Hopefully it's not me. Everything looks good. I have 0 dropped frames out of 150,000 frames for tonight. So I'm going to say it's the bot. But with that being said, one of the things that I am going to do is turn off the stupid stream stickers because I turned them off because they require you to pay. And I was positive that I had blocked them and that I had gotten rid of them, and yet they're still trying to lure you into giving me money. So I'm going to figure out how to get rid of them because I don't want them bothering you, babies. So I'll figure that out in the background. And of course, I will also get some jazz for the overlay. We'll get We'll get some magical stuff going on. We'll get some overlays. We'll get some Christmas stuff. We'll have some falling snowflakes. It'll be fun. And I will get through the poem. So we are slowly working our way through it. And unfortunately, I do have to have it up in front of me because I couldn't memorize this if my life depended on it. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Now, we just had House of Sleep, and I was thinking, boy, I'm pretty sure there aren't a lot of metal songs about sugar plums. There are a lot of cool metal versions of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. You know, the din, 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 din. Is that the Nutcracker Suite? Doesn't matter. Sugar nuts, plum crackers, all of it. Doesn't matter. So instead, I focused on one aspect of that, and it isn't Mama. It is an excuse to play a track about children. Now, there are a lot of really, really, really good songs titled Children, but arguably, there's one. There's one I love. It's a classic band. Any excuse to play it for you guys. And of course, I am talking about Black Sabbath. Children of the Grave. This track has just this killer doom, 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 doom. It's got this bass line, and then it's got these double toms, and just everything about it is sick. And I don't always get to play it for you because I will say, guarantee you, Black Sabbath is one of the tracks that's going to have to be cut out of tonight's radio replay because they are incredibly DCMA, DMCA, whatever. They will come for me. They will come for me for this song. But I don't care. Fuck them all. Merry Christmas. I'm going to put it in your ears anyways. So, those children, those nestled, snug children, they're so sleepy, they're so quiet. They are as still as the grave. Full Force Radio things. Just Full Force Radio things. Yes, fuck, yeah. just makes woo woo noises for a while. So, I mean, I don't know if you went kill, but I figure we'll just not. Hi, I see more people are jumping in. If you haven't said hi yet, if you're just coming to hang out, yeah, I'm not wearing a metal shirt. Yeah, I didn't get quite as Christmas and jazzy as I thought we would. But hey, I'm here. You're here. We are celebrating the night before Xmas. So I am reciting the poem for you, and I have created an entire playlist to correlate with it. And as thus far we have done, we have gotten through, of course, the house being silent and the children asleep in their beds as if they were children of the grave. Yeah, children of the grave in the house of sleep. This just got more metal. So the first thing I'm going to do, just before we continue on, and yeah, now everybody's hearing like going around their ears, which unfortunately I can't do here, but just imagine that I'm circling around your head using the magic of stereo. That's how radio works. And we'll go. No, you guys know it's the Michael, or like the Halloween, right? The kill. That's what it is. I don't know. Listen, it's not me. It's Black Sabbath. Wasn't that a whole part of the Satanic Panic for a while there? Ozzy Osbourne told us to go bite bats and hurt people. So while you guys are doing that, that's not what we're here for. We're here for Christmas. You know, happy holidays. If you don't celebrate Christmas, if it's summer where you are, I don't care. Don't worry about it. You can still come hang. You can still whatever. You can still hang and headbang. There's a great skeleton boner gif in chat because we were looking for a headbanging gif, and apparently that's what we got. I'm pretty sure that might have been curated, but listen, you're all, yeah, it is. It's so cold. It's so ridiculously cold. So if you're here and it's winter and it's real cold, I'm gonna heat you up with the warmth of my love and also some sassy tracks. So the only thing I want to do is I want to make sure we get some more snow and this dumb stuff back up. Let's make these back. There. Christmas is back. We got the snow is falling. The lights are twinkling. Terrifying Santa. There he is. Yeah, he's watching you. He is. So now that it looks like Christmas vomited all over the live stream, if you're just listening, don't worry. It's fine. You're not missing anything. I'm just looking like a little snow angel here. But I'm going to continue reading you the poem over the course of the night, and we'll see how far we get. I anticipate that I'm going to make it the whole way through the poem. I have faith in me. You should also have faith in me. Maybe. Possibly. But yeah, we're going to chat tonight. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. And I'm going to send you gently into that good night, into the holiday weekend. And hopefully it will be absolutely lovely for you. So, well, we are at it. Let's just pop back to my dashboard and let's pull up the poem again. We shall continue. This is as wholesome as Fullforce Radio is going to get, babies. Fucking stickers. Yeah. Hi, Clay. So good stuff. I'm going to have to get rid of that. I swear to God, I actually uninstalled the extension and, you know, it's still chasing you down and looking for money. So ignore that. Ignore them stickers. Let us continue. Yeah? Yeah. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. All right. So, yeah. Now we're freaking out. Santa is coming with his, kamikaze combat attack deer, and you're freaking out trying to figure out where he's at. So I was thinking about all the different things that I wanted to pull out of this, and there were a number of things, but I specifically ended up seizing on Window because I thought, man, there's a band I haven't been able to play for you in a little while. I want to play you some 𝖊𝖐𝖆. Now, this is a band, a sort of like progressive death band. I mean, I don't even know what I would call them. Progressive, melodic, melodeath, fantastic band out of, I'm pretty sure they're from Melbourne. I'm pretty sure they're Upside Downers. But they actually put out an album in 2021 that was excellent. It was called Coherence. So I am going to play you a track called The Hidden Window. And honestly, when you start putting all these songs that I'm putting together into their own poem, this got really terrifying. Instead of, peacefully sleeping children in a quiet, warm house and looking out the window in wonder, you now have the house of sleep, which is, a tomb for the children of the grave, and it is a hidden window of terrifying knowledge. And honestly, let's make Christmas metal again. Let's do it. This is a longer track. It is a good one. Anytime I can play my favorite bands for you, I love it. It is a Xmas special. The night before, the night before, the night before. You are listening to MSP Waves, or wherever you might be, live, replay, whatever. I hope you are having a wonderful one. Xmas shall continue. there we go. Thank you for letting me to put some unintelligible Metalhead in your ears. And I have to say, I'm a big fan of any of these tracks that have sick, I gotta point in the right direction. Cool, like visualizations on the overlay. And this one is beautiful. This sort of like snowy valley, exploding mountains, beautiful trees. A perfect fit for Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. It's the night before Christmas. And whether or not you celebrate doesn't truly matter. But that is a fabulously beautiful song that, of course, you know, when we're talking about throwing open the window and seeing who's out on the lawn, it's Santa Claus. Spoiler alert. But this is a beautiful track, and it is also a horrible track because it is about climbing up a mountain with a friend and basically being trapped in the winter in the wilderness and becoming more and more paranoid and actually fucking panicking and murdering your friend. So, you know, like I said, Merry Christmas, Metal Christmas. Yeah. So let's just see here. The fear that you have to kill someone before they kill you. That's the meaning of Christmas, right? That's the spirit of Christmas, essentially. Yeah, yikes. No, so basically what we're doing is I am reciting the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. I'm reciting the, yeah, exactly. Kill. Yeah, we've been over that. So we are reciting the night before Christmas, but I'm picking songs that tenuously, via their titles, by bands that I love, connect back. So yes, we did play the Krampus song, Stace. We did. We played it. We played Naughty Christmas. But let me just read this to you because it is kind of, yes, good games in the chat. GG, friend. Fair enough. From just a flicker in the mind, the thought would twist, consume, then grow, and with each wave doubt would erode, till all he knew confirmed his bind. Those ancient paths bore only fear that, left unchecked, had overflowed, to shatter balance he had known as shrinking walls began to near. In pebbles bounce the avalanche, in falling drop the bursting dam. He gripped the pick and looming, then swung an arc that killed his friend. He barely saw the third had fled as febrile haze evaporated, and with it, certainty faded, abandoned now for churning dread. Endless whispers from the void, each offering narration. He searched the body frantically and begged for vindication. Listen, don't kill people unless you're sure you should kill people. That's the true meaning of Christmas. Maybe the meaning of Christmas were the friends we stabbed along the way. But I am glad to have you here. I would never stab any of you. It is a very Merry Christmas. Let's flip back over to the main screen. Bring back our snow. Bring back our babies. I'm so glad to have you here. It's Fullforce Radio, a different take on the Christmas tradition because I have done so many Christmas shows now that I wanted to give you something a little bit different tonight, and that's where I'm at. So we are doing the night before. I'm reciting the poem, I'm playing you great music, and just hanging out with you, my good friends. It is a live Fullforce Radio episode. So we have kind of come down the list and we shall continue. I'm not going to try and recap the whole poem for you. It's hard. I don't like hard things. My brain has basically shut down. So we'll just continue. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. So you have to imagine that Santa is making a hella noise already. Like, honestly, hella noise. Because he's not even on the roof yet, and you're already hearing him, and there's a clatter out on the lawn. These guys are... Man. Patient Zero, I recorded part of the wrong thing. You're going to have a beautiful, like, whole poem. You have the whole beautiful poem, except one part in the middle will be like, and then he stabbed his friend, and maybe the meaning of Christmas is all the friends we stabbed along the way. 8 tiny reindeer. So, given that this portion of the poem is talking about how the incredible moon has arisen and it is so bright and it is reflecting off a fresh, powdery, sparkling, beautiful landscape of snow, obviously there are a trillion metal songs written about the moon. And choosing just one was actually quite difficult. About bright lights and the shining and the blinding of your eyes. There are a trillion songs. And knowing that I wanted to pick bands that I love that I don't always get to play for you, I picked something by King Diamond. Because of course I did. And believe it or not, it's not No Presents for Christmas, which is a classic King Diamond Christmas carol. And it isn't that. It's a track called Moonlight. It's off an album called The Spider's Lullaby, which I'm pretty sure is like mid-90s King Diamond. He's still out touring. He's still out rocking. He is amazing. So as we are inside the house of sleep and the children of the grave are nestled in their beds and we have gone to the hidden window and we have seen the terrors of murder, we are now bathed in the moonlight on Fullforce Radio. excuse to play King Diamond for you guys. There you go. In the moonlight, as we are talking about the moon shining on the breast of the new fallen snow. Yeah, titties. Lots of people hopping in now. Hello and a Merry Christmas to Sepson. I haven't seen you in ages. It's so cool when people haven't been around for a while because they got their own lives going on and end up showing up for a stream. Stoked to have you. A Merry Christmas middle finger from Cly. Aww, that's super sweet. I'm going to keep that. Yes, King Diamond. C'est fantastique. So yeah, Artsy's here. I'm going to wish her a Merry Christmas here. Actually, Merry Solstice is what she is prefers to celebrate. So there we go. I'll drop that into chat. We are working our way through the night before Christmas because it is indeed the night before cubed. The night before Christmas, if it is. You've been on a state-sponsored vacation. Goodness gracious me. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad things are working out for you. I hope you're staying warm, maybe drinking some hot drinks out of your crimson-clad mug. And I shall also warm you up with great music. So, with all that being said, yes, continuing the fact that we are changing the night before Christmas into the most metal interpretation possible. Any excuse to put King Diamond in your ears. We, of course, had the House of Sleep with the Children of the Grave, with the hidden window and the moonlight. That's how far into the poem we've gotten. And that track, it sounds pretty nice because he's saying, I see the children in the moonlight and they're searching for their souls, and I wish I could lead them to a better world than mine. I mean, beautiful in a mildly uncomfortable way because bad things are happening to children. But it's fine. It's fine. Merry Christmas. I honestly think, if it wasn't immediately going to get me banned off everything, I totally think I should name tonight's playlist Maybe Christmas Was All the Friends We Stabbed Along the Way. That just feels really appropriate. It did. It got really dark. I know. I'm sorry. Hey, I told you guys we were going to do Christmas my way, and I did play the Merry Krampus song for you, and I do have more Christmas songs towards the end of the night. But if you were all open-minded and metal enough, then you would know this is Christmas. This is just a different interpretation of Christmas. It's a good Christmas. We're all going to have a good Christmas. So, with that being said, let us continue. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now, with that being said, any excuse, God damn it, the stream stickers are still writing, and I do not know how to stop them. And everybody's still yelling about seeing my butthole as a Christmas present. And by everybody, I just mean Cly. But, we're trying not to single people out here. We don't do that. Everyone is welcome. Everyone, something, buttholes, friends, getting stabbed along the way. Merry Christmas. So, out of that, the obvious thing to land on is the Eagles. And there are fantastic tracks written about Eagles. I mean, God, Judas Priest alone, the options that I would have had. And so I was going through all of the bands that I wanted to play for you tonight and the excuses that I could find and the tracks that I wanted to play. And I thought, okay, you know what? Arch Enemy put out a fantastic album. Shit got weird. It did. Yep, it did. I like that. Just a really generic, shit got weird. Truth. Can't even argue with you. So Arch Enemy put out an album in 2017 called Will to Power. And they actually did just release a new album called Deceivers as well, which is excellent. Lots of great music, but I do love me a lady growler, and we want to make sure that we are well-rounded for tonight's Metal Christmas playlist. So I'm going to play you a track called The Eagle Flies Alone, because of course we have, the House of Sleep full of the Children of the Grave, the hidden window has the moonlight shining through it, and of course going by this terrifying hidden window of gleaming soul energy. Why not? Just an eagle, just which also, by the way, I think we've talked about this on this show, but eagles don't make that noise. They don't. We've been lied to by the media for years. They actually make really pathetic kind of like cheepy chappy chirpy noises. And they take falcon noises and they give them to eagles. In a lot of cases, the bald eagle. They give them the falcon noises to make them sound more badass. Also, chat is potentially getting a little bit tentacly. And yes, things do get often tentacly. But this is Christmas. You only get a tentacle if you want a tentacle. And only if you are good or bad, because we 1,000% aren't really sure whether or not, Santa is bringing you what you want or a punishment. And you know what? Your mileage may vary. Your tentacle may vary. Eagles. Christmas, Crimsmas. Fullforce Radio? Yeah, that too. There you go. If we're talking about reindeer being faster than eagles, well, we got to give the eagles some props. Hey, my name is Crimson Clad, and it's the night before Christmas. And I'm stoked that you are here and hanging out with me. Lots of people jumping in. I'm seeing things happening across all of the different places to watch or listen. If you want to give me a Christmas present, come back again. Do this some other time. We're having a lot of fun. I do this every week, and I'm trying to get back on schedule. And tonight is a very special Christmas edition. So hello to Kitty Girl and to everybody else who's just hopped in. Tonight, we, and by we, I mean me, me and 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 over here, if you're watching the overlay with the visualizer. She's, listen, we all love a pretty lady. We have many in the chat right now. But 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆 is very easy on the eyes. She's a mega babe. She seems like a nice lady. She's a talented musician. And yeah, she's smoking hot. So bonus points. You've got her, jumping up in the air and her hair is flying and her titties are flying and she's looking real good. And we don't objectify women here, but you know what? When you're a snack, I'm going to tell you so because I appreciate you. All right, so looking like a whole snack, flying around like an eagle. To be fair, a lot of the tracks tonight, very metal, very sort of dark and inappropriate. But January 12th, the show will be on your birthday. Special show. Yes, I will absolutely play at least one Ailstorm song for you, Sepson. I will. Actually, Ailstorm came on in the car earlier today, Keel Hall, and I thought, aw, Sepson. So there you go. I literally manifested you into being. Look at that. I'm magical. But yeah, so a lot of these tracks have been dark, obviously, and it's quite funny because we're juxtaposing that with the lighthearted beauty of a classic Christmas poem. But this track is sick. This is a great song about being powerful in your own skin, being someone who is willing to stand up for what they believe in, and knowing that sometimes you will have to fight the powers that be, and I go my own way. I swim against the stream. Forever I will fight the powers that be. The eagle flies alone. This world is full of lies and deceit. I have felt betrayal, cut so deep, suffered defeat, only to rise again. So, whatever it may be, at the end of the day, you are a powerful, wonderful being, and you deserve to be free and living the life the way you want to. So have at her, kids. There you go. Not all dark. Only mostly dark. So, as we continue along through the poem, I've got to go and get myself focus on me. Nope. I got to fix my camera, by the way. Been saying that for like 4 weeks now. Still out of focus. But listen, we got a little peaky Santa here. We've got lights. We've got snow. And if you're just listening, we have delightful poetry in the season of the holidays for you. And I've actually got my very first Fullforce Radio emote for Twitch uploading because you guys have been bothering me for months, and I'm finally doing it because I am a terrible streamer, but we're gonna have it happen. All right, so while we're at it, let us continue. Where were we in the poem? I believe there was a disturbance out on the lawn. Indeed. My least favorite part of the entire poem. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. So cheesy. Can't you just be like, hey, you guys, let's go? But no. Dramatic. Santa likes to do things with a bit of panache. So this part here was challenging because I thought to myself, do I want to pick out one of these words? Do I want to do something like kind of really weak, like, a song about dancing or a song about a comet, or maybe somebody's written a song about sitting on their porch. That's Ron Metal right there. Cousin Metal. Crim is the best e-girl. Oh, thank you. Are you trying to manifest things now? But yes, Snooty Boy. Actually, if you watch last week's replay, if you watch it on Vim TV, if you go to Peak D, tell me you wouldn't listen to Sitting on Your Porch, Ron. Sitting on Your Porch Metal. Just checking. If it doesn't have a banjo, it's not Ron Metal. Good point. Fair enough. So with that being said, listen, I just needed a chance to shout you out. I just want to say everybody's name at least once. Take your lump. Send your love. They come together. Beauty is pain. Love is pain. So with that, ooh, she's got brie. You know, there's nothing that derails me like talking about cheese in the chat during a live radio show. I love cheese. A woman can be fascinated by a piece of cheese. I am that woman. She is me. I am her. So while we continue, cheese on my mind. So I was thinking about, how am I going to get the part with the reindeer? How am I going to make this work? And I spent a lot of different, sort of takes on it. And I decided, you know what? No, any excuse. Cheese. I want cheese. Give me all your cheese. If you give me one thing for Christmas, it could be cheese. I would love that. I would love your cheese. Nobody in the chat with a bad brain, do that. All right, so how did I do this? I actually split. This is the only sort of song on the playlist where the title is only just like in the ballpark. It's adjacent. And I picked a song called Dear Lord, because here is fucking, and not dear, like dear Lord, no, deer as in the animal. Here is this man. He's got a bunch of little fucking reindeer on his sled. He's fucking yelling at them. He's, you know, demanding of them to do his bidding. So I needed to go out there. I needed to find something that properly represented that. And it was the Dear Lord. I mean, I'm kind of now envisioning, like, I don't know, a creepy feral forest Santa, him and his, like, reindeer that he has wrestled and subdued with his own hands as he, you know, hunts someone through the forest. It's just what it is. But Dear Lord is the name of the band, the name of the album, and the name of the song. And it's quite funny because I actually had this on a playlist getting ready to go. You guys might remember, if you listen, spoiler alerts always happen. I have a Fullforce radio episode that's being put together called Triple Plays, and it is band, song, album. Dear Lord by the Dear Lord from the Dear Lord. Iron Maiden by Iron Maiden from Iron Maiden. Angel Witch by Angel Witch from Angel Witch. Skeleton Witch by Skeleton Witch from Skeleton Witch. Lots of witches up in here. But yeah, triple play songs. However, this could not be denied. It is a perfect track for tonight. And because I'm trying to keep things, I'm trying to hit a little bit of everything. We've had, you know, metalhead, and we've had old school, like, you know, classic new wave of British heavy metal. We've had some King Diamond. We've had Arch Enemy. We got a little bit of everything going on. I want to keep that going. I want to keep the mix going. Ginger cookies and cocoa. They're not quite cheese, but I love them nonetheless. So while we're working on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you this track by Dear Lord, because it's the best thing I could come up with as Santa is screaming at all his poor, beleaguered, overworked reindeer. And this is a band, actually quite recent, their first EP they put out last year, 2021. Stoner, psychedelic, California metal rock and roll. It's good stuff, and it's here for Christmas. Yeah, the night before. Merry Christmas to you. DD Ranger CDD. Is it just Ranger C? I don't even know. I'm going to call you Ren from now on. Sup, double D's. No, never mind. Forget it. It's just Christmas. Just Christmas.
Above the mountains of the way.
I gave away the next song. Shh, didn't happen. So let's just quickly flip back. It's going to play again quickly. All right, there we go. So this track, they actually had what? That didn't come up before. Well, lame. Okay, so now, of course, they're... It's just an image of these fucking nerds instead of the actual cover of the thing. How come that didn't come up before? Curious. All right, well, so anyways, I was going to show you guys the cool album artwork, but I guess I won't. The album artwork is legitimately just freaking cool. I'm going to drop it in chitty chat. Here you go. It is a UFO with antlers abducting fucking deer out of the forest. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Very, very cool. But so these guys, I really love this sound. I mean, you guys know, I think I've said this like 16 times this last year. I have been enjoying a renaissance of stoner metal especially. And I really like fuzzy psychedelic stuff. I know Kitty Girl found a couple favorites the last little bit. Clay's been just living in dope smoker territory. Yeah, it sounds like old metal. Kind of lo-fi, kind of fuzzy, psychedelic. It's got aspects of 70s kind of like chord progressions, cool, like unadulterated floor toms. It's good stuff. And so this band, they're not super well known yet. Like if I just jump, I mean, Spotify's not a great example, but if we go to Dear Lord on Spotify, they have 164 monthly listeners, and they are putting out a new album come 2023. And so they've been in my rotation. Heavy psychedelic. They call themselves Doom and Roll, that's pretty accurate, right? So they actually have a new album coming out called Dark Matter Part 1. They even have this very cool like 1970s like parks, national parks kind of vibe. So they're really great. Their merch is beautiful. Their writing is awesome. Great stuff. Check them out on Bandcamp. And in most cases, for those of you, you all know it, but I'm going to say it again just for Christmas's sake. If you get a chance, Spotify is a terrible, terrible way to support artists. It's great for you to listen to music. Go ahead and do it. But if you get a chance and you find something you love, check them out on Bandcamp Friday, shoot them some money, buy a t-shirt, find a way to connect with them that allows you to support them a little more directly. And if you can't, no problem. No biggie. It's fine. But if you're looking forward to doing that, then please check out some merch. And these guys do have some sick, sick looking stuff, I have to say. But yeah, they got some cool stuff coming up. And it's supposed to be released, I think, in February-ish. The new album will come out. So if you thought this was pretty cool, then definitely keep an ear to the ground, to the forest, wherever you're going to be. But very, very cool. And I'll actually show you the other cool sort of like art deco combination poster they've got here. And if you're not in chat, if you're just listening and you're missing some of the visual effects, don't worry. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all good in the hood, babies. So let's continue. I am reading you The Night Before Christmas. I am putting a classic Christmas poem in your ears, except it's for Crimsmas. And it's the night before, the night before, the night before, here on Fullforce Radio. So, the Dear Lord, we're at the middle of the poem where Santa is calling out to all his reindeer, as the Dear Lord would do. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. Here we are, he's yelling at them. And apparently it's just if they see anything, I guess they're supposed to be running along the ground. Hey, Sky Creeper TH, Sky Creeper Thigh Creeper. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you. But the first thing I do is when somebody new comes, hey Marco, when somebody new comes and I've never seen you before, then I like to say your name out loud. I like to give you like a cutesy little nickname. And I can't help it. The th on the end of your name is now you're Sky Creeper. Sky Creeper. Can I call you Sky? But I'm stoked to have you here. Hey, Sky. Sepsin. All your friends call you. Fantastic. I know you mean TH, but all my friends call me. You're like the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince. you guys. Fantastic. I'm so stoked you're here. I'm so stoked you're here. So it's 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. It's 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆, and I'm reading you the poem. And so it turns out, I guess, I've never actually really dissected the poem before. So this has been fun because reading this to you, greetings from Venezuela. Awesome. I hope it is fantastic and you're doing well and everybody's keeping safe and happy there. It's cold up here, but you know, it is what it is. We got people all over the world. Some people are more freezing than others. No two people are not on fire. So while you are here and hanging out, I am breaking down the Night Before Christmas poem. And one of the things is I'm learning a lot about it that I never knew. I guess this suggests that Santa actually runs along the ground until he's going to run into something. And then they spring up into the air, because that's what it says. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So apparently Santa is just fucking blazing around in traffic. You know he's not using like the HOV lane or maybe he is. I don't know how he gets around so fast, but he's on the ground and then he shoots up into the air. And so of course, that made it pretty easy for me because I obviously was going to pick a track about either taking up into the sky or in this case, breaking the skyline. And it gave me a chance to play you one of my absolute favorite songs by a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆. And I haven't played these guys for a long time. Now, everybody in chat's talking about tasing Santa. And yeah, at the start of the show, we did kind of go over how the whole Santa thing's a little bit creepy. You know, breaking and entering, like a weird sort of like food flex on you. You're leaving things for him in the hopes that he'll be nice to you and not pass judgment on you and break into your home to do mean things to you and ruin your shit. Like it's just, there's a lot going on. There's a completely arbitrary judgment system and, you know, like a sort of creepy shaping of your behaviors through a punishment system. There's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. You know, once you're an adult, you start thinking, boy, this is unhealthy. But that's what adulthood's all about, right? Is you learn the things from your childhood. Maybe you should have seen some flags, but that's why you were a child. The adults are there to kind of help protect you. So forth, so on. Yeah, Santa's a bit of a sociopath. But it's a great poem. And the idea that they are rocketing along the ground and then they see your house and they go whoop up to the roof. I wanted to pick this track by 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆 because it's one of my favorite songs. And the first time I ever heard it live, it was transcendent. I love this track because it's the perfect combination of unclean singing, heckin' growly, but really beautiful melody and super uplifting. We've been talking about how a lot of the tracks on tonight's playlist are quite dark, but this one is lovely. So I'm going to play a track for you called Skyline. And the idea that when you are stopped by an obstacle, the skyline is open to you. There is nothing but room for you to grow and expand and triumph. And, you know, fits the poem, but also it's a track I want to play. You see, that's how tonight's going to go. I'm going to read you the poem. You're going to get your Christmas happy tinglies. And then I'm going to play you all the music I want that has nothing to do with Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's what we're going to do. Skyline by 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆. We are not quite... we're over halfway through the show. And you know what? We are going to do it. We're going to get through the whole damn thing. my goodness, I'm getting so bad at getting away here with these tracks come together. Hey, Merry Christmas to you. That is a track by 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖘, a fantastic track. No smoke, no flames on the skyline. And so, that's one of those songs that I love so much that if you were watching, I literally sing the solo to myself. If you go back later and you replay this and you happen to watch one of the video feeds of it, you will see da 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 da. Like, you will actually see me singing along to the solo because it's one of those songs that I know so well and that I love so much. And it's absurd and I don't care. And I'm sharing it with you guys, my gift to you for Christmas. It's the night before, the night before, the night before, and we are reciting the poem. We are dissecting the night before Christmas. I'm reading you a peaceful holiday classic and then putting metal in your ears. So, we already determined I'm not a big lover of Christmas music. It's small doses on the day of, hanging out with family or, eating whatever cool little Christmas meal or opening a present. Fine. But too much. Oh, she's going, what the fuck? Things in chat have gotten out of control. Goodness gracious me. This isn't even about me. But yes, so we're talking about maybe Christmas is no longer about stabbing your friends. Maybe Christmas is actually how respectful you were to your friends along the way. Somehow chat, I mean, things are rough. Actually, even Clay stayed fully clothed in Vegas. We did really good. I was very respectful. I wore all clothing all the time, but I did end up a spandex burrito. I'm not sure how all chat got on my butt, but all chat seemed to agree that I don't even know what we were agreeing on. Everybody just yelled Crimson Clad's butt, and you know what? I'm fine with that. That's okay. Fair enough. So yes, I stayed fully clothed, but I did end up a spandex burrito for one night. It's kind of like 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆, but more metal, maybe? Listen, everything tonight is the Crimson Clad metal version. Just accept it, embrace it, bring it into your heart. It's the miracle of Christmas. But that track there was because we've reached a point in the poem where Santa Claus has taken off into the air with his reindeer, him as the dear Lord. And that track is called Skyline. No smoke, no flames on the skyline, like a vision. Fantastic. God, I love that song. So I was trying to show you guys in there. My patch is here. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆𝖆. Nom nom nom. It gets referred to lovingly in the household as nom nom, which is rude. People pretending they can't say it. All right, so let's continue. We did a scientific experiment that proved both Ron and Krim can't smoke with me. Again, Clay, no. You're making a flex that isn't fair. That's not true. I easily could keep up with you with Delta 8. I've never had Delta 9. He gave me an edible, and it was on a day where we did not go for breakfast. We did not go for lunch. We were at the venue all day. Ron continued feeding me alcohol, and I had an edible. Well, I had zero food in me whatsoever until I had about half a plate of someone else's fries. But unfortunately, I had already had like 4 glasses of bourbon. I can only do so much with the weight the good Lord has given me. And unfortunately, yes, by the end of the night, I turned into a spandex burrito. Just me left this earth. I don't know. She's the slowest drinker in the world. It's almost like I went to an event to do, like, I actually bought also my own glasses there, Ron, as well. But the reality is, it's almost like they sent me to an event to do a job, and I had to do a job. It worked out really well, though. Lots of good things came from it. So, all's well that ends well. If the boys, who are all much heavier than me, want to flex on my drinking capabilities, I don't have to prove myself to you. You've seen it. You've done it. You also got blessed with the glorious visage of braless spandex fucking crimson clad burrito. So, you know what? Take the win or take the lose. It is what it is. My Christmas gift to you. So, while we are on the topic, the reindeer, they've taken off into the night. I'm still trying to figure out where the heck my emote is. I literally just uploaded an emoji, and do we get to use it? Oh, I think we get to use it. We'll have to double check, but I think we now officially have a new Twitch emoji for FFR. So that's what we're going to test, but in the meantime, we of course need to continue with the poem. So let us do that Where were we? Obstacles, right. Excuse me. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. I was trying to decide what I wanted to use a new fat. Jesus. Yeah, that's true. You know what? I'm certain. Edibles in terms of like full spectrum. Anything that's not 𝖊𝖐, it's not something that I consume on a regular basis, so I'm not surprised. Listen, this one was tricky too, because the idea of like prancing and pawing, those are not particularly metal terms. And so I thought to myself, okay, if I was up on the roof and we were turning this into a metal kind of thing and we were talking about something happening on the roof, what would I pick? And I thought, I just flew to Montreal. To go see Obituary, Cattle Decapitation, Carcass, Amon Amarth, and it was sick. So why not some Obituary? And actually, I want to play you a song off an album called Frozen in Time. So there's even a little bit of a winter tie-in, because this has a sick album cover with like a big like dragon snake skeleton coming through a frozen landscape, and it's just like its corpse is there and the aurora lights up the sky. I mean, honestly, classic Obituary album. Good stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big fan. Obviously, Obituary, death metal band that has been around for a long time, came out of Florida, and chat has gone fully off the rails. Pretty standard. But so this is from 2005. It's actually going on 20 years old. Doesn't feel like it, but it is a good album. And there are many good Obituary albums. If you like classic sort of death metal, this is in your wheelhouse. But I thought, if the reindeer are up on the roof and they are prancing and they are pawing, then god damn it, it's a good time for the redneck stomp. go. Kind of got to imagine each of those rim shots is a little hoofbeat. A little hoofbeat on the roof here for Xmas. So there you go. Obituary, redneck stomp. I know, tenuous at best. Probably one of the, between this and the Dear Lord, two of the most tenuous connections. But hey, it's my show. It's my Xmas carol. And your reindeer can prance and paw, and mine can stomp. And yeah, so if you were here last week and you heard about my nightmare transit back from Montreal, I went to go see a tour with these guys over der. And it was fantastic. It was absolutely. Ooh, you've got guitar pick collection. I'm always interested in people's guitar picks. I did not get any from the arena show in Montreal. I will say it was absolutely packed. It was absolutely smoked. And for the first time ever, honestly, by the end of the show, I was so obliterated. I could not go do the scan on the floor. The Motorhead pick is amazing. I'm so jealous. That's fantastic, Dylan. Man, hell yeah. Well done, you. Everything louder than everything else. Boom. So, we shall continue on, and I've got more excuses to play my favorite music for you. I wanted to shout out the Queen Beast. She waved in there. He, she, but I'm assuming she. That is a fantastic name. That's fantastic. You're fantastic. Welcome to the show. And we will continue with the night before Xmas. If we can here. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm starting to get thirsty. But the show must go on. We have one more hour. We have I don't know, a couple more paragraphs, quotes, whatever. We got pieces of this poem. We got to get through the whole night. We got to do it. This is like some Dead Before Dawn bullshit. Give us, you guys can't send me your Motorhead pick? That's like worth a lot. Not even money-wise, just memories and love and amazing. Oh. Also, some of you will send me poop in the mail, but mostly I don't want people... Okay, quick aside here. This is the same thing, Ron's seems counterintuitive, but it's just the way that it is. It's just not my style. They're here, you notice them. They don't need to be there. But overall, I don't do this to make money. It will be nice if I do make money, but I don't know how I feel about taking things from you. The whole point of streaming and educating and making live radio and playlists is to give things to you. The idea is for me to you. I don't know. This is such a nice offer and I don't want to cry on air. Okay, so let's continue. Xmas. The spirit of Xmas. The spirit of Xmas compels you. Where were we in the poem? They're on the roof. Oh, St. Nicholas is down the chimney. He's in the house now. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bungle. The first mistake I make in my recitation is the most perfectly fitting clip ever. It's not a bungle. A mistake is a bungle, and I made one. Shall we try again? We shall try again. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Yeah, creepy chimney sweeper. Here he is. He's in the house. He's got the bag. He's opening the bag. What's in the box, man? What's in the box? So in this case, I use this fully. The idea of a man emerging out of your fireplace, all fucking covered in soot and ashes, like a terrifying, dust monster. That's where I want it to be. So, picking out somebody who is emerging from the hearth of the fireplace gave me an excuse to play 𝖍𝖎𝖆. And you guys know I love 𝖍𝖎𝖆. Top artist of my year this year. Absolutely. I was in the top 3% of their listeners this year. So there you go. Spotify totally outed me. Big 𝖍𝖎𝖆 fangirl. If we are talking about a man who has crawled out of the black dust of misfortune into your home, then I'm going to play you a track called Into Embers. I mean, it's more metal if the fireplace is lit, right? Oh, I love this song. be prepared for blast beats.
As the sun at night and the stars imitate the emptiness that surrounds me. It's true that
Hello, DDR freak, and hello to many of you. I saw Jordan rocked up and followed in there. More people are coming to hang out. It is Xmas. So welcome to Xmas. Look at Dylan's collection. Fucking sick. Well done, you. Is that a Candlemas one? Oh my gosh, I think it is. Order up. Maybe. It looks kind of like... Oh, anyways, cool stuff. And he leveled up. Like, let's just quickly get this out of the way. Welcome to the night before. The night before, it is the Christmas Fullforce special, the Xmas. And I finally just understood what the heck was going on in chat. It is Xmas. You guys have changed Christmas to Xmas. No, still Xmas. What timing? Hello, Gabe. Welcome. So here's the deal, and here's what we are doing tonight. Before I talk about that track, and before I take a final pull off this terrible bottle, it's really fitting that this bottle lasted all year because you guys, and let's quickly get back to the webcam. Here we go. You guys obviously don't level up so much anymore because you've been here for so long. We're going to have to change the drinking game. So this bottle has lasted essentially 1 year and it's almost done. 2022. Ooh, 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖘. Delicious, good sipping rum. Agreed. Very nice. It's fitting that this bottle of rum carried us through the year. It's also not rum, it's bourbon. I took a really long pull off that to try and knock it down. I got booze bumps. You guys can't see, but all my hair is standing on end. But I have no hair. I'm a beautiful lady. I'm a lady. Where were we? Oh, give me a second. Oh, bah, it's not good. What can I say? All right. So the way that we are doing things tonight is I am reciting "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," verse by verse. And for every verse of the poem, Christmassy, I am translating it into a metal track. And so we're at the point where... and this isn't Jameson, but it's essentially like, you don't think, you're like, ooh, Russell's Reserve, straight bourbon. And then you come back and you look on the label. And what does she say right there? It's wild turkey. Listen, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Beggars can't be choosers. Any bourbon in the storm. So we have gotten halfway through the poem, more than halfway through the poem. And the way that this has worked is I read you a verse and then I translate it into a song. And so tonight we started out obviously with the house of sleep and the children of the grave nestled in their beds, the hidden window that is letting in the moonlight as sung by King Diamond. The eagle flies alone, the dear Lord is up on the roof, they have jumped into the skyline. We hear them. It's the redneck stomp, and finally Santa crawls out of the fireplace into the embers. Christmas. Both of them together, Fullforce Radio. So for the last hour of the show, we are going to finish off the poem, and then maybe we will finish with basically my favorite metal Christmas track of all times. So if you guys are willing to hang out with me for another hour, I am going to put some more good metal in your ears and we're going to celebrate a little bit of Xmas. It's a lot of fun, and I know it's not super, super Christmassy, but it is. It's just a different take on Christmas. And because we didn't celebrate it early enough, so let's yell it from the rooftops now. This is episode 200. 200 live episodes of Fullforce Radio. Now, technically, there should have been more than that in this time, but 200 fully live streamed, fully live on air, unique playlists, unique episodes. What is that? That's about 600 hours of live content shared with you guys. I think that's fucking amazing, and it's super cool. And so to take things to a more sort of a more crimmy kind of place, and to celebrate Christmas with something new instead of the same old Xmas playlist, this is what we're doing. All right, what did he do? Santa just came crawling out of the fire, I think is where we were at, right? Let's figure this shit out and continue on. But before I do, just before I do want to remind you that that was a Legion. That song is amazing. And like I said before that, it is, yay! Oh my God, you've got a Black Sabbath pick too, Dylan. Holy shit. As I Lay Dying. Really good. God, you have a lot of Megadeth picks, hey? Holy Hannah. So, Metal Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh no. Cly, you know, Cly always has a real penchant for picking my worst faces. I look insane. I don't need help looking more insane, and yet. So, I do want to throw it out there. I mentioned before the song, this is my top artist of the year. Legion is doing incredible stuff. They are making sort of like, I mean, I don't want to call it sort of just any generic portion of metal. They are pulling in extreme metal. They're pulling in gent and progressive. They're pulling in world music, which is really cool. Beautiful sort of Spanish acoustic guitar parts, like just the most filthy, fucking disgusting growls and blast beats. It is a beautiful thing, and 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖛𝖞 is the album that came off of. And I think I've mentioned it already, that is absolutely going to be like one of my albums of the year. 1,000%. So when we do the sort of New Year's top crims, top, songs, top tracks, top albums of the year, absolutely on there. And I highly recommend them. So if that song kind of drew you in, beautiful, beautiful stuff. They do some great covers as well. They do a lot of tributes to some of the sort of progressive bands and these sort of powerhouse rock and roll bands that shaped the landscape that they're working in now. You guys have heard their cover on this show of Subdivisions by Rush, and also, of course, Roundabout by Yes. Really good stuff, frankly. Really, really good stuff. Highlights of the 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖛𝖞 album of Beast and Worms is probably my favorite track. And to carry my grief through torpor and silence. Can't say enough. Not really about a Legion. I will do a 6 Degrees of Mutilation episode on them because they're really, really great. A++ would play again. We have more Christmasing to do. So let us continue, babies. Whew, I think I've finally shaking off that shot. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. Now, as much as I'd love to get, like a cute metal song about how adorable someone looks, I took this and I seized on Cherry. And no, we're not going to play Warrant's Cherry Pie. And oh, thank you. I didn't tweet and I'm an idiot. Thank you so much. Also, I've got to pay you guys. I did make a Vim post though, so you guys are going to get a chunk of the cut. And I did shout out Vim on, I just had an interview with Verify Crypto and the Cryptomaniacs, Jesus Christ, it's all about butts tonight. Cryptomaniacs podcast, I talk a lot about Vim as well. I'm not going to lie, I'm a Vim fangirl. So wherever you want to stream is an important part of your arsenal. It's an important part of you being a creator. It's an important part of you being a consumer. And I will find the Twitter twat tweet where I clipped from my last Full Force Radio episode talking a little bit about why it's so fucking important that you choose platforms like Vim TV and things like that give people an opportunity to have choice. You choose, they choose, everybody chooses. So I'm going to pop that in there. Now, since chat's getting rude again, you rude motherfuckers. Oh my God, Dylan's collection is just growing and growing and growing. We're going to continue. Now, I'm not gonna choose Warrant's Cherry Pie. I know everybody probably assumed that I would, but Cherry immediately grabbed me because there's a band that I don't get to play as often on this shows. But I will say that I want to play something for you by a little known band called Celtic Frost. And now, heavy metal coming out of Europe, there have been obviously a lot of different flavors of it. But when we talk about sort of like Halloween, Merciful Fate, some of these sort of, you guys are just happy to be here. Mwah, I'm happy you're here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. And to you too. Mariah Donnegarten, I'm so glad you're here. I actually did fire off the tag, and I realized you're not in the PAL Discord. I was literally going to tag you specifically. We are reciting the night before Christmas because it's the night before Christmas. All right, good luck. Do not freeze to death. Play Bob and Doug McKenzie in your head. You're going on a beer run. I always play the beer run song. And I've played it a number of times on the show. I don't want to get derailed. We've got only 45 minutes and we have to finish the poem. But sir, come back. Even if we're off air, let everybody know that you did not freeze to death a la fucking Jack Nicholson in The Maze. Okay? Okay. So, knowing that Santa Claus has a nose like a cherry, I thought, shit, I want to play you something. Hello, good beer. I love you. Thank you. I'm glad Klein knows. It's a very hoser-centric song, and I'm pretty sure most people don't know it, except everyone in this chat knows it because I've played it so many times. Nobody believes that it's a real song until I play it, and then they're like, oh no, join the beer run. It's terrible. Christmas. So Celtic Frost, honestly, like a huge sort of impact on European heavy metal in general. And if you kind of want to like, they kind of had a trajectory alongside sort of like what the big four were doing in North America, that change. And so Donnegarten, I did touch on this, and I will touch on it again tonight. I'm going to touch on you guys. I'm going to touch on you. So I am, because, you know, you're right. There are a lot of people who do prefer a ping in Discord, and we do get one here in PAL, but I am going to fix the Discord. So I have been doing a little bit of work on my bots. I've been getting some self roles and some sort of like subscriber roles and stuff. So I'm working on it, because you guys are right. And so coming in the new year, I am going to kind of focus on some of this stuff. It's just, you know, time, and it didn't get done for tonight, but it's happening. Merry Christmas to all of you. But so the long and the short of it is Celtic Frost is a pretty important metal band in general for Europe and the sort of trajectory of metal across Europe. And so when we talk about like sort of old school black metal, old school death metal, these guys appear alongside, usually you'll see them with like Bathory, Possessed, Venom. These are all sorts of bands that kind of have crossover. They like each other. It's good because it's black. Gabe, I don't want to judge you. Maybe you've been drinking, and if you have, I'm going to join you. But also, not tonight. This is Christmas time. So there's a lot of great albums. Honestly, Celtic Frost is awesome. The year I was born as a bébé, as a mere bébé here in Canada, 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 came out. Long and the short of it is I'm making Sepson annoyed. He always gets to the point in the night where I talk too much, but it's important to give you backstory. And in this case, Santa's cherry nose, I was thinking of the perfect metal song to encapsulate that, and it is a track by Celtic Frost called Cherry Orchards, and it's off an album from like the 90s. I don't know where in the 90s. Yeah, Black Christmas didn't make the list tonight. We're not doing a traditional Christmas show. I have played it like 4 times in the Christmas shows that I've done. 200 episodes, 5 Christmas shows. Everybody's heard Black Christmas. You're right, it's a good song, but it's not what we're playing. It's off an album from the 90s. I don't remember what year, but it's called Parched with Thirst and I Am Dying, because of course we need to be metal. We're all metal. I am not parched with thirst. 93, you say? Good man. Wait, is that a song? Yeah, there's a song called Black Christmas. Really? You're not? No? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Black Christmas is a song by, let me just see here. Oh, Black Christmas. Hey. Christmas time. Cherry Orchard. It's not cherry nose. It's Cherry Orchard. Let's do it. Let's do that. We'll play the thing. I'll look it up in the background. We are not going to get off track. We are going to finish the whole poem tonight. God damn it. That's a Xmas miracle. Yeah? Yeah. But seriously, classic Celtic Frost on Fullforce Radio.
in ice cold flames, crying soft as love flies tame. Sunlit tears of diaries of lies, fading lights as sunset quiet.
I'm not saying Iron Maiden might be next, but I blew it again. Hey, welcome. So listen, that Celtic Frost track, for some of you, you're probably tearing out your hair being like, Crimson Clad, what the fuck was that? Well, welcome to a Merry Christmas. Now, if you have been sticking with us, I've been reading the Night Before Christmas poem. And, specifically, they're talking about Santa's visage. He has cheeks like roses and a nose like a cherry. And so right off the top of my head, Cherry immediately reminded me of this track. And that is because Cherry Orchards, that song that I just played for you, is a really glam metal song. And at the time, it was nothing like what Celtic Frost was producing. It was the most weird track. It didn't fit their sound. It didn't fit anything to do with them. And so it's interesting because in that song, right off the top of my head, Roses and Cherries, outside of, strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. My summer wine is really made of all these things. Since Gabe is drinking his rosé, him and Nancy Sinatra can go hang out in the back there. But, thinking of a song that combined those, it immediately jumped to my mind just because this is such a weird track. And you guys know this whole show is about me and my totally esoteric, useless fucking metal knowledge. And so in this track, they specifically, I've never actually read into it, but I think people believe that this is about Marilyn Monroe just going on, some of the lyrics and the music video, but doesn't matter. In this track specifically, if I jump back to it because it's gone and we just say pause because I'm the worst DJ, in here specifically, there's a reference to roses as well. And that's always kind of stuck in my head. Roses from an unborn face, cherry orchards. So for Santa, only the best, Celtic Frost. And there is something about this that I have to admit, like a little part of me kind of loves, because everybody has always called me nicknames, possibly red related. Goes along with the territory being crimson clad. I've been called Cherry. I've been called Ginger. Hit my keyboard and play a track again. I've been called all sorts of things. And this specifically, Cherry Orchards, Ginger looks upon pain. August fades like tears in vain. Well, I was also born in August. So there's a lot about this song that kind of intrigues me. And this was a perfect example, a perfect place to just sneak it in, put it in your ears. Did you butt chug the rest of the bottle already? Okay, some of us don't want to have alcohol poisoning like 3 days before Christmas. I got a lot of food to eat, got a lot of cheese to enjoy, got a lot of stuff. Just chilly down now. Let's remove the focus from my anus if we can. Try really hard. All right. So let's continue the poem. We got half an hour. We're really slowing down. You bastards. We're slowing down. We don't want to slow down. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Not a lot of metal songs about jelly. So, what am I going to use? Well, you might have seen, because I blew it. I totally didn't spoiler alert. I didn't warn that you were starting. You can go clip it off Twitch. Do you want me to read it one more time? You guys all have a jelly thing? The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Well, I wanted to play you guys some Iron Maiden, and I knew the last track of tonight wouldn't be Iron Maiden, and that's tradition. So we had to get them in the playlist somewhere. And on that note, I picked an Iron Maiden song about smoke, because frankly, who gives a shit about Jell-O when you can play something and up the irons on Full Force Radio?
Leave me stop what I said.
solo. Listen, that's one of those songs where I can't help it. I'm singing along. I'm totally there for it. And yeah, as I'm like dancing along, I hit the headphones. I'm sorry. It happens. Holy smoke. So there you go, talking about him with his pipe in his teeth and his smoke wreathed around his head. That track is fucking sick. First of all, let me just quickly, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm the worst DJ. This is a great track. Obviously, there is a lot of skewering of political and religious stuff by Iron Maiden. But this particular track is very much about sort of like TV evangelism. And, you know, Christmas is a Christian holiday, the idea of Christmas and the Christ in Christmas. And so this isn't really like, I didn't put this on the list to be like, Christmas. I love Christmas. I am nebulously spiritual, but you know, my family is Christian, Orthodox Christian, and it doesn't really matter. But this song is sick in that it does talk a lot about sort of, you have to believe in Santa for him to be a part of your life. You have to believe in Christ for the religion, whatever your religion is. Yeah, happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate. I don't care. Good. Celebrate something. The world is not as bad as it seems. There is beauty, there is love, there is joy. My ass is worth a holiday. Agreed. So, metal, etc. But this is a really great song. The lyrics are awesome, and it does make me laugh a little bit because, of course, everybody's like, I believe in Crim's ass. Good, you should. If you're very, very good, it may visit you in the night. Terrifying, absolutely just a flying butt launching itself through a window covered in soot, coughing out dust. Ugh, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. So you know what? I forgot everything that I was going to say. Something flying butts. But it does crack me up. It's thirsty work making holy smoke. So just a disembodied butt. Just a butt. Not even, you know what? If you're really, really, really good / bad for Christmas, Crim won't even visit you. You'll just get Crim's butt. Oof. Blech. What? All right, let's continue. Christmas is ruined. Oh my gosh, 𝖊𝖊𝖆𝖛𝖞. Hey man, hey. Christmas is ruined, but we're going to continue because we have to get through this poem. I said I would. We're gonna. 200 episodes in. It's the night before. God damn it. Whew. Are you ready, Patient Zero? Everybody that's clipping this poem, creating a magical Christmas wonderland for themselves? Are you prepared? He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Now, we specifically mentioned at the start of the show that Santa and the idea of Santa is terrifying. He's terrifying. He's making a judgment call. He's gonna fucking give you like shit. He's gonna stuff all the things in your house full of rocks. You know, you're fucking waiting to hear noises on the roof while he breaks and enters and then eats all your food in a weird power play to like dominate you and manipulate your behavior. The whole thing. Hail Santa, very metal. I am making it more metal by interpreting the Night Before Christmas poem as metal songs. So, knowing that we have just gotten through cherry orchards and roses in your cheeks and holy smoke wreathed about his head, the idea that, you know, Santa knows that after he's broken into your house that you're probably going to be a little bit alarmed. And this poem specifically mentions that he just gives you a little ding, ding, wink, just so you know not to be afraid. And there was a song that actually came out earlier. I want to say, was it this year? No, it was a couple years ago. But Time's a Flat Circle. COVID's mean. We don't know what the fuck year it was. But a band called Haunt. Oh, fuck. Ugh, gross. A band called Haunt. And they are also some sort of like traditional wave of heavy metal out of California. Like those sort of stoner elements. But this is really kind of like that new wave of traditional heavy metal. has a lot of the sounds of like Witchfinder General or Angel Witch, or I love witches, so many witches. Like Dokken or Thin Lizzy or traditional American heavy metal. It's good stuff. And they've put out a couple of different albums. They've got Windows of Your Heart, which made a short list for the window earlier. But I'm going to play you a track specifically that fits right here. And it's called Have No Fear. I literally was just saying, the world is not as bad as it seems. People are not terrible. In the holiday season, regardless of whether people behave badly or not, there's so much beauty in the world. There are good people. There are great connections. There are good times. There are magical things. Santa might not be one of them, but it's out there. Honestly, you're still here. You're going to do okay. Have no fear.
Silver
you go. Haunt, have no fear. So Santa has reminded you, don't be concerned. Saint Nick is here. It's all good. I'm just here to bring you a little bit of joy. And just before the song came on, I was letting you guys know, you know what? The world is not as bad as it seems. It is bad, but it's also, there's good. Find the good. For this little bit of the season, find the good. You can. I know you can. And so 200 episodes. This is episode 200. 200 episodes, 600 hours, 6, I've lost track. 6 years of spending time with you. Christmases with you, holidays with you, regular days with you, happiness, sadness, and everything in between. That's fucking incredible. And so I want to remind you, there's a reason that this ended up on the playlist, and it's not just to make a good playlist that goes along with the poem. Let me read you the lyrics. Silver lining brings me hope. I put my heart in an envelope and I send it off, a part of me to you. Open it up and let the light shine through. Don't let it weigh you down. Have no fear. When life is turned around, let the darkness out. Have no fear. Whenever you're in doubt, the silver lining comforts me. Our hearts joined in harmony, never apart, in strength when I'm with you. Right from the start, the light is shining through. Take that as you will. Bitches. Merry Christmas. Let's continue. We've got 15 minutes. 3, 6, 9. Ooh, bitches, it's going to be close. We're going to do it. Christmas miracle. Here we go. Finish a poem. Play the Christmas music. Win all the things. Episode 200. Go team. Where were we? Something, nothing to dread. Right. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. I really, really wanted to play. Snap your fingers, snap your neck, or double finger salute. There were a million. Jack is still like, nope, Santa's so creepy. Everybody's trauma bonded. Ron's like, it felt like a decade. How is it not over? How are you? I am just now waiting for you to die. Oh my God, Dylan's collection just keeps getting bigger. I feel like I'm being like subtly flexed on in the chat, and I'm here for it. Speak for yourself. I'm an ethot. Me too. You too can be an ethot for Christmas. Let's continue. So I wanted to play something really rude to do with fingers, and I didn't. So Santa comes into your house and he quietly does his work. So I'm using this to play a song that I love, Trivium's Silence in the Snow. I swear to God, I played that in the first 5 episodes. It's a great track. It is amazing. Trivium, obviously exploding. We talk about them a lot, but Silence in the Snow. 5 years in, still playing it. Still finding ways to justify it. Ha-ha! Christmas gift to me.
Here we all stand.
How could that song not be written about Santa? God damn! Silence in the snow. I mean, honestly, and Trivium, they've done a number of really amazing albums, but this one, I love it. I love it. The blood on my hands is my own. I'm left in the cold as the winter unfolds. Silence in the snow. Hell yeah. All right, we are going to do this. We're going to finish this. We are going to get through this playlist. We have 9 minutes and 12 minutes worth of music, so we might go a little bit older. Cheating? Who cares? 200 episodes. It's my show. It's your Xmas. Let us continue. All right, where are we at in the poem, babies? Where are we at? I think, oh, that's it. One more verse. One more verse to the poem. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Now, the show should end here, but it's not going to. And I honestly really struggled to pick a last song. And I wanted to use Fly by Blind Guardian because that track is fucking sick. But I'm using it fully inappropriate. Well, not inappropriately. Of course it's appropriate. But I want to play a band that I love so much. You guys might remember my 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖛𝞆 episode. I love 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖛𝞆. Any excuse to bring them to the forefront of your mind, to give them attention. I love them so fucking much, and they have a track called Fly High. And I thought, God damn it, if I have to end with one non-Christmas song tonight before I end with a real Christmas song, this is it. This is the one. Babies, happy Christmas to all. Let's try that. If you got to pick a song about Christmas and flying and all that, God, I love 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆 so much. It's just an excuse to put more 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆 in your ears. Like I said, my autographed 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆 image. Anyways, you know what? I dropped it in chat. I'll drop it across all the chats for you guys again. We had an entire episode about 𝖍𝖐𝖆𝖆, unboxing that, one of my most beloved purchases. But we have to finish Christmas, and technically we did. Now, I was going to play Merry Metal Christmas by Doro. Merry Metal Christmas, Merry Metal Christmas, Merry Metal Christmas to all of you. But instead, I've got time for one more song. It's still going to get cut off. If you're listening on the radio station on mspwaves.com, you're not going to get the full experience. But I want to play one Christmas song. And I thought, because all of you have been amazing, instead of Doro, I'll leave her on the playlist, but we are going to end with a fucking classic. And because all of you are scholars, gentlemen, and my dearest friends, 600 hours worth of friendship. God rest ye, merry gentlemen, Ronnie James Dio and Tony Iommi. That's an ending track if there ever was one. Heck yeah. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever. Festivus for the rest of us. The night before Christmas.
Let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
have it, folks. Yeah, that song fucks. Gentlemen, that track fornicates. And with that, Xmas has come to an end. My friends, I hope you had so much fun tonight. It's a stupid idea, but I had a lot of fun putting this playlist together. Comfort and joy. God keep you. God make you. Gentlemen. All right, so there you go. You know what? We didn't end by upping the irons, but we did end with motherfucking Dio. If you want to see Snooty Boy, go back to last week's show. You can find them all over on YouTube. Vim TV, they're kept for a period of time. You can watch the replays there, Twitch, whatever. Listen, have fun. Yeah, Clyde, long live my butt. Merry Xmas. Truly and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, what a fucking ride it's been. 200 episodes. I hope you had a lot of fun. This playlist rips. I'm going to have this posted and shared pretty soon so you guys can relive it, sing along maybe a little bit, bebes. And I will not be doing Cyberbuzz Radio this weekend. Of course, we are coming into a period where Saturday, holiday. I will be changing the time of Cyberbuzz. It's going to move a little later in the day, most likely. But with that being said, maybe not later, maybe earlier. I don't know. That will be a New Year's problem. And that is something I want all of you guys to recite to yourselves. This sounds like a 2023 problem. Right now, the end of 2022, all good vibes, a Merry, Merry Xmas. I will see you guys next week, which will be the album of the year, countdown, I don't know what, party time, celebration, pre-New Year's, fun extravaganza. But for tonight, Santa's left the building. Away with a clatter. Something dash away all. Merry Christmas, guys.